everyone, welcome back to my channel, or for those that are new here, hello, my name is Alicia. So it's nearly spring, and in today's video we're going to be getting all organized. So we're going to be putting up my new grow tunnel that I bought, we're going to be planting lots of seedlings, and I've also built a few more garden beds to add to my vegetable garden. Because if you're like me, you can never have a big enough veggie garden. So it's the end of August now. It's actually spring on Saturday, I think, or maybe Friday. And I'm so excited. If you live in New Zealand, it's literally just been raining for the last like 3 months. So I am so keen for summer. Today's actually the first sunny day that we've had in a long time. So yeah, I thought that today would be a perfect time to start getting all the seeds prepped and get ready for the spring. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would be great to have you a part of the Curl Farm, especially if you love veggie gardening and home orcharding as much as I do. We've got a lot planned for this season and I cannot wait to show you what we're growing and we're getting up to. So yeah, what are we waiting for? We're wasting this beautiful sunny day. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be putting up this green zone tunnel that I bought. Logan is so excited to help. Oh, you want Mum to help? Alright, we'll open it and have a look what is inside. Alright, so it looks like we've got a big plastic thing. I'm guessing that's like the cover. Logan's got the bag of plastic connectors, and then we've got a whole lot of poles. Oh my goodness, who loves putting stuff like this together? Wish me luck. Hey, we got Logan helping, we got Comet and Joey. It's actually not too bad. It's pretty much only got like 3 different sizes and then lots of those connectors. So I think we're going to be able to do this. Oops. Oh, I'm not even kidding. This part took 10 minutes. Like, that's insane for like a flat pack thing. It normally takes me ages. So 10 minutes and the frames are up, and now we're just going to chuck that the plastic bit on. It's a bit windy, so this sure test its stability in that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It did come with pegs and string, so yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't blow over. Come here, little dudes. Hey. You know, the poles took 10 minutes. This cover's taking like a bit longer to put on by myself because the wind keeps picking it up, but we're nearly there. Hey, Logan. Yeah, there is a zip. So we've finally got the cover on, and it actually is looking pretty cool. Like, for the price of it, it actually looks like a greenhouse. Well, so it should. But yeah, structurally I think it's like a little bit weak, but I mean, it did say on the website that it's only for like temporary use, so you just have it up for like the time that you're doing your seedlings and stuff. So obviously I'll take it down after spring. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And it'll be interesting to see, yeah, how long it lasts, if it's waterproof. But I will keep you updated and let you know. But if you are looking for like a temporary greenhouse solution, then I definitely think this is it. Yeah, the make of it's actually not too bad. Like, it's real thick plastic, but I do think it will like rip over time with the wind because like the stitching's not that great. But I mean, for the price of it, it's pretty good. Like, I'm pretty surprised with like how good it is, and it's like a perfect size. It's quite hard to show you. I'll put the size up now to show you what size I got, but yeah, it's pretty good for like a temporary solution. Oh my god, you'll never guess. So after the mission of getting it on, it's inside out. So I was wondering why it looked like real budget, but it's because this mesh is meant to be on the inside and we've got it on the outside. So I'm gonna have to pull this whole thing off and put it on again. We've put it on the right way. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and now we're just going to tie up these ties like this just to secure it down so it doesn't blow off. Next, I'm going to put up all my shelves that I bought. So I bought some shelves, similar kind of thing to this, like with the bars and that. They're really cheap, so we're going to put them up, and then everything's going to be all set up, and then we're going to get on to planting our seedlings.
Hey. It's a rain.
What's a rain?
It's a rain. The one on the way.
Oh, there is an umbrella on it. Good boy.
On the way.
The goat's wondering what's in there too, eh, Comet?
It's a rain.
So I went in for lunch and this happened. So now I'm going to try and grab it and put it back up, and it definitely needs to be pegged down more securely than just the strings and the pegs. Greenhouse is now flipped back over and she's all good. So today we're going to be planting all of our seeds. So I've got all the seeds, I've got the pots, the seedling mix and the labels all sorted. We're filling up all these 6-cell trays with the seedling mix. Then I've been collecting seeds over the last year. Got lots of seeds in here to plant. So once we've put the seedlings in, we'll water it, label it, and then they will go inside the greenhouse on these shelves. So I made it real easy for myself this year. I've pretty much just labeled all these envelopes with like lettuce, beans, carrot, you know. And then inside, like the lettuce one, is all the different kinds of lettuce seeds. Because last year it was just an absolute chaos. There was just like seeds everywhere. So I just thought that this way would just be a lot easier. So then I know exactly what I'm planting and where it is. So every year I make the same mistake by planting way too many of a certain thing. Like last year I think I planted like 30 something tomatoes and it was just ridiculous. Obviously always make sure that you plant a few spares because some like won't make it or some of the seeds might not be viable. I always feel really bad like if I've got these perfectly healthy seedlings but I've got nowhere to put them, and then I end up like overcrowding the space because I feel like I have to plant them and I don't want to throw them away. So to avoid that, I'm just going to be planting less. So the first one has been planted, butternut squash. You've always got to plant your pumpkins. So keep on watching this video and you will see these shelves all fill up very soon. Speaking of pumpkin, I'm inside right now and look how many pumpkins we still have. And I grew these last spring. And it's now next spring, so they do last a very long time. Ones are crown pumpkins, so this year I'm growing butternut because that's Jaden's favourite, but these always pop up in the paddocks everywhere because we did have pigs, and when pigs eat the seeds and they poo out the seeds, then the seeds are left in the paddock. So I'm sure we'll get a whole bunch of these popping up this spring as well. We're slowly starting to fill up the shelves now. So far I've done sweet corn, pumpkin, rhubarb and asparagus. So I'm just trying to get some of the perennial ones in, the asparagus and the rhubarb. I will put here, I did actually make a video quite a while ago now, a few months ago, just about some tips when it comes to raising your seedlings and stuff. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. We've got Logan helping with the watering, and then we've got Claire and Carlos chilling, eh? Zucchini is definitely one that I always plant too many of, so I've only planted 4 this year and that is plenty. One zucchini plant seriously gives you so many zucchinis. Now we've got some beans, so I did dwarf beans and then some other kind of beans which I haven't tried yet. Eggplants and also cucumbers. I'm trying 2 different kinds this year, Bishop and Muncher. And yeah, down here is the tomatoes. So we've got black tula, black cherry, sweetie, tomato sweetie, that's a cherry tomato. And then we've got these 3 types. So yellow pear, I always grow one of those. San Marzano, I haven't tried that before. And moneymaker tomato, I did them last year and they did really well. On this shelf we've got so far is sweet corn, so I'm trying glass gem. Have you seen how cool these look? I'll put in a picture off the internet to show you. So I'm really excited to see what those turn out like and if they actually taste any good. And then I've got honey and pearl, which are the ones that are like white and yellow. And yeah, so on the other side we've got some more sweet corn. I think that's just the normal yellow sweet corns. And then like I said earlier, we've got the pumpkin. I'm only growing 6 because 6 is seriously, 6 gave me I think something like 30 pumpkin I think. So yeah, 6 is plenty. Rhubarb, so capsicum, 6 capsicums should be enough. More sweet corn. And then down here we've got the asparagus. And then now I'm just starting my melons, so moon and stars and then our rock melon. And yeah, I'm just pretty much going to fill up all these shelves, the rest of them, with lots of different melons. And we've got our helper. Hey Logan. Oh, thank you Logan, that's helpful. Look at all those labels. Hey? Got to start putting some seeds in now. Hey, we're doing our watermelons now. We've got Sugar Baby, Charleston Grey, Golden Midget, Moon and Stars, I think I did that one earlier, Crimson Sweet, yum!
Oh.
Are you doing the labels?
In the house.
Are you putting them all in the holes? I am planting my crimson sweet watermelon, and if you didn't see my trying all my watermelons last year, you definitely got to go watch it. The crimson sweet watermelon was by far the most sweetest, best watermelon I grew, and I think I ended up growing almost 10 different varieties. So I actually thought that Sugar Baby would be number one because that's the one that I've heard of the most. That's really sweet, but Crimson Sweet definitely was the best one. So I'm definitely making sure that I plant some of these, and you definitely should plant some too. I've just found this one in my stash, watermelon Otam, and it's yellow meated watermelon. So I'm going to try that one this year. I don't think I did that one last year, so I'm going to plant a few of these and see how they go. I've just found this melanzata, which is also a new kind that I haven't tried yet. So we're going to have a few different kinds this year. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already, because I always will be doing tasting videos at the end when they're all ready. And I can't wait to try this one. Okay, so that is all the seeds I'm going to plant for now. I will plant a few in a couple of weeks' time. I like to stagnate it. When I plant my seeds, I like to plant them at all different times, just so I don't have everything all ready at once. And last but not least, don't forget to water your seedlings every morning and every night, because you always want your soil to be moist. You definitely don't want it to dry out. And when you're watering, make sure you use like this misty kind of water. You don't want to like pour the water on, because it can move your seedlings and displace them. So yeah, don't forget to water. That's definitely one of the things I've done in the past. Watering is super important to help with seed germination. It also helps with the humidity as well in the greenhouse, because like you'll be wetting the plastic a little bit, and then that really helps, yeah, with the humidity as well. Now that we've planted a few of the seedlings, I want to show you what our veggie garden's looking like at the moment. So last week we put together a few more garden beds. We put together 4 1.8 by 1 meter, I think they are, and then an L-shaped one. And that's the way you do it, with the chainsaw, super fast. Got Logan helping. Starting to come together now. We were going to put 4 rails on, but I think 3 will be fine. But yeah, they haven't been taking that long to make. So we got 1 down and 3 more to go. Andy, are you giving the screws to Dad?
Thank you.
We are starting to fill up all these garden beds. So first of all, I've just put down lots of cardboard. Cardboard's really good because it stops the grass and weeds from coming up. So after I've done all the cardboard, I've then grabbed some sticks that we had lying around. So I'm just currently filling up these beds with these bags of sticks that I found. You can add anything, sticks, grass clippings, straw, just anything to make it like bulk up a bit, so then you don't have to spend a lot of money on filling it with dirt. I just want to add, when you are filling up your beds with sticks and stuff like that, just make sure you only put them up to about halfway of the bed. You don't want to have sticks like this up really high, because then when you go and dig your holes to plant all your seedlings and that, you don't want to be digging a hole and then hitting a stick. Put all those sticks in, and I had some spare sod left over from my blueberry patch that I was making, so I just flipped that upside down so the grass is upside down, so hopefully it doesn't grow through. I've filled in lots of gaps of weed mat just to keep the weeds at bay. Eventually we will be putting the mulch on top just to make it, I don't know, look a bit better, I suppose. So apart from those 4 beds over there that you saw, we've also put in a L-shaped bed. So we haven't quite finished it yet just because it was quite heavy to lift down here, so we've still got to put on another rail. Apart from putting on the 3rd rail, we're also going to build some kind of like a structure for all the tomatoes to go on. So this year I'm trying a different method. I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's when you tie strings to like a tall structure and then you grow the tomatoes up the string. It just allows lots more aeration. And in the past I've used the old stick the stake in the ground, but the tomatoes end up just falling over. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go this year, so definitely stay tuned to see how that goes. Some of these beds behind me are also going to have that structure on top for that string growing method, because I want to try and grow my cucumbers that way as well. I also want to stain all of these beds, so I've got to stain all these ones and of course stain all of the new ones. And yes, I do need to cut all those corner posts down. I just left it there just for now. But Jane's going to come with the chainsaw and cut that down, so that looks a lot better. And of course we need to fill them all with dirt, because it's not going to be long before all those seeds that we planted today are going to be seedlings and ready to plant out. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm all ready and all the gardens are full with dirt and ready for planting. I've fixed all the green mesh around the garden, made it a little bit better to stop the rabbits from getting in. I know that we were planning on putting the picket fence up this year, but we're just so busy with the front yard transformation and moving the driveway that we just haven't had the time, so this will work fine for now. Jaden actually jumped on his digger and made this track a bit wider. Just much easier to get down here now. We also put in some temporary stairs while I just dug it out with the spade before, but it's better than falling down the hill. And I also put in some rosemary plants, so this will become a hedge one day. But rosemary is actually really good because it deters pests from the strong smell. I'm definitely happy that we managed to get a few more beds made for this year, because obviously that means I can grow a lot more. So it won't be long soon until all those seeds in the seed house are all ready to plant out, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what this looks like in a couple of months' time. Now it is going to be a sad day when I pull out this big silver beet plant. This has been here for like 6 months and she's pretty big. Actually, I'll show you. I'm 5'7" and this is how tall it is. So she's growing strong, but I've got to pull it out because I want to use this big garden for all my corn. It's the perfect size for the corn, so I think she's got to come out. And silver beet, when they get to this point, end up not being that great. I mean, there's not that many leaves on it and they just keep breaking in the wind, so she's got to come out. I've also loved having all of this borage in over winter, but I will be pulling that all out as well because we need to make room for all the new seedlings. I think I'll leave all the silver beet in here though. It's a bit wilted at the moment because it's been really hot today and silver beet does that. But yeah, I think I'll just leave this lot of silver beet in, but I will pull out Big Mama over there. Now, apart from the veggie garden, I've got to show you the blueberry patch I made, but on the way I've got to show you how this bank's looking. If you saw my old property tour video, or was it the veggie garden tour video? One of those videos I showed you this bank and I was telling you how much I loved irises and that my vision was just a bank full of pretty flowers. Well, it's starting to come true, so I've got to show you what it looks like. We've got a beautiful tulip that's come up. And so many irises. Look how pretty these are. You can see why they're my favourite flowers. And we've also got lots of daffodils. I swear you know spring is here when there's so many daffodils. But yeah, so cool. And I cannot wait for like the years to come when all the bulbs thicken up. It's going to look epic. Seriously though, look at all of these irises. So pretty. Over the past few days I've also been making a blueberry patch. I had to dig up all the sod and it took me so long. I literally moved probably like 8 or 9 of these wheelbarrow fulls of sod. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. We've got 8 blueberry plants in here. I actually found them on Facebook Marketplace for like $15 each, I think. But they're good because they're like a big established size. Some of them are like a 1.5 meters tall. So under here I just put cardboard and then thick layer of mulch on top. Also a lot of acid food because blueberries are definitely acidic lovers. But yeah, hopefully we get some crops of blueberries this summer because blueberries is one of Logan's favourite things to eat. So fingers crossed. Anyways, I might wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me and getting our seeds ready. Definitely subscribe to see this area behind me transform. It's going to be amazing. I am super excited about all the new varieties we're growing, like the black tomato, also those pretty corn, and even all the melons. So definitely stay tuned to see how they grow and most importantly, how they all taste. I will definitely be posting a lot of videos for you, lots of harvesting videos, vegetable garden tours, and just tips and tricks and things that I've discovered this season, because you're always learning something new when you're gardening. So definitely stay tuned for future videos to come. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.